That's what's going to make them want to be at our table. That's what's going to make them enjoy going to shul. And in fact, there's a story that they tell. Son Abi told me this story. The shul, Young Magen David, is located, and the building is still there on 67th Street. If you go there, you'll see a plaque there, and it's a plaque honoring the memory of Charlie-Serouya. And it's on 67th Street off of 20th Avenue. And across from the shul is a public schoolyard. And the kids used to play ball there. And, of course, whenever they came out of shul, they would go play ball and have all the excitement of all the things that happen in shul. And they would talk and they would talk and they would talk. And the non-Jewish kids that were playing ball nearby would overhear what was going on. One day, all of a sudden, they were going into shul because that was the thing. You know, it was time to pray mincha, whatever it was. And they see all these non-Jewish kids are sitting in there before them. They beat them there. And they're sitting there with kippahs on, waiting for the fun to begin. They said, this place must be unbelievable. We want part of this action. He made it so much fun that it was something that they wanted to be part of. And that's our job. We want to make it something that our own children want to be part of, that our own families want to be part of. Make it fun. That was another principle of Charlie-Serouya.
I think that, we can learn from that in the respect that the Shabbos table. I think that the Shabbos table has to be for your children. It's not for us. It has to be made, as Dr. Doueck just said, fun. The Divrei Torah, the different ideas and things that are spoken at the table, we must make sure we don't speak Lashon Hara about other people, and in shul as well. I see a lot of shuls, as Dr. Doueck just said, the children have to stay outside. They're running around like crazy outside. We have to make sure the children come inside and they feel part of it. And not just that, is they feel part of the minyan as well. Maybe make a youth minyan. I know that that they had a youth minyan there at the Shar Tzion shul, or at the Young Magen David shul. This is very important. I remember growing up as a child, we had a youth minyan in our shul, and we were, for part of the service, we were taken out and went to another part of the shul, and we ran that part. And every second week, the rabbi came in to daven with us Musaf. And we felt special. It wasn't that he was just sitting in the other shul all the time and nobody really cared about it. So let them go, let them do what they want. He came and sat with us for Musaf, and he gave us the little drosha. Not that we liked the drosha, but he gave us the drosha. and he made us feel special. This is the kind of thing that Charlie-Serouya used to do. He used to make people feel they had a place. Everybody shouldn't feel that they have a place. Nobody should feel, again, I'm going to say it again because it's very important, nobody should feel alone. Nobody should feel that they don't fit in somewhere. We have a responsibility to make sure that people fit into our communities and we welcome them like Charlie-Serouya did.
We're up to number 9 in our principles that Charlie-Serouya lived by, and that is life is about habits. And probably the habit that stands out most in my mind that my father-in-law Charlie-Serouya lived by was getting up early. Getting up early was something that was just so essential because he packed so many things into his day, into his life, that you needed enough time to make it happen. He would start his day from 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. And in fact, I remember when my parents came to meet the family, they came to my father-in-law's house to meet my father-in-law. And now it's getting a little late, and my parents are ready to leave. So my mother tells my father-in-law, it was wonderful to meet you, and we're going to leave now because my husband has to get up early. Get up early? My father-in-law says. He can join us in shul. We start Chokli Yisrael at 4:30 tomorrow. Should I call him to wake him up? We'll get him out early, in plenty of time. Charlie-Serouya lived by habits. And like I said, one of his major habits was getting up early, but that wasn't the only one. He had systems. In the shul, he was the one that closed up the shul. His habits were cleaning up. He made sure everything was put away. Everything was neat. He would make sure that they had what they needed in the kitchen in the shul. His life was about regular habits and making things consistently work.
I think, something else that we can learn from that is the other things that I have read about Mr. Serouya, which was that he would make sure that things were cleaned up, things were made sure that they were running on time. You know, there are those kind of people in shul who are always the ones who are putting the Sfarim away, who are always the ones who are cleaning up after Charlie-Serouya, like my good friend Nissim here. He's always the one who's doing all these kind of things. And I think every so often we have to look and see, what can we do? Just one thing, we have to pick something up, wrap up a tablecloth, put some Sfarim away. What can we do? Why should we always leave it to that one person, that one tzaddik, who's going to be able to make sure the shul is ready for the next day? And I think that's another thing that we can do, we can learn from Mr. Serouya. Don't just sit there. Don't just expect everything else to be done by everybody else. Go and do something. Help the people who are helping everybody else, and be part of that. Be part of the first people to jump up and make a minyan, or the first person to jump up and put the Sfarim away, or the Chumashim away after the Tefillah. This is what we have to learn from people like Charlie-Serouya.
You know, you're talking about cleaning up. Even if he wasn't the one cleaning up, let's say you had the Spanish worker in the shul, he would make sure to go over to him. Thank you so much, Miguel. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for us. He would let you hear his hakarat hatov to everyone.
I think that just to say, you know, I always enjoy in the office that I'm working at by Ornava, whenever the UPS guy comes along, everybody says to him, "Thank you for taking our package." And I really enjoy listening to that, because I really see that it doesn't matter who you are. First of all, it's a Kiddush Hashem that Jewish people are behaving in this way. But second of all, as a human being to another human being, thank you. Thank you for sweeping up my garbage on the street. Thank you for doing, you know, this is one of the things I think at the end we're gonna say this, because we've only got a few more minutes. We're gonna go do the last number 10. But I really want people to walk away tonight with something that they can do. And before we finish number 10, I'm going to say that just in case we don't have enough time in the end, but tomorrow, just tomorrow, one day at a time, tomorrow, say hello to somebody you wouldn't normally say hello to. Smile at somebody that you walk past every single day. Offer to help somebody that you see is struggling a bit. All these kind of things, small things. But those are the things which make other people feel happy, make other people feel special. Okay, let's go to number 10.
So, number 10, and this is something that anybody who had what to do with Charlie-Serouya over the years knows, that his handwriting was exquisite. And letter writing is a lost art, and Charlie-Serouya used letter writing to the limit. He was amazing. He would use letter writing years and years ago at the time of young Megan David to get donations. In fact, he continued to do that for Knis Ades. But besides that, Charlie-Serouya used letter writing to stay in contact with people that he cared about. I'll just read you quickly a little postcard that he sent to Rabbi David Ozeri. You are truly wonderful. Seeing you at my grandson's bar mitzvah was great. You give me great pleasure, and I am very proud of you. May Borei Olam fill your home with happiness, health, and long life for you and your family. And may we see HaMashiach b'mira b'yameinu amen, your true friend, Charlie. He sent letters and postcards to family, to friends, to anyone lucky enough to meet him. He also sent letters to community members and others, like I said, to raise money. So if we just quickly go over our little list here. His principles started with take a genuine interest in others, reach out and touch their lives. Everyone's important. Don't be shy to tell your family I love you. Every phone call, every encounter, when you see your kids at night, when you see your spouse in the morning. Another one, number 3, words are powerful. He could have written that book, Positive Word Power. Everything was positive. Words can encourage. You can change a life with words. You're terrific, wonderful. Yishtabach Shemo, you're my heart, gorgeous. Number 4, look for opportunities to smile, like we just mentioned, that Dov mentioned, to encourage, to appreciate, to give a beracha, to remember Hashem. Number 5, never give up. Never give up on yourself, never give up on others. Number 6, encourage others. It's a running theme. Encouraging others is the running theme of everyone's life. Get everyone involved is number 7. Make it fun is number 8. Number 9 is life is about habits. And number 10, try it. Letter writing is a lost art that will somebody's life in a positive way.
Okay, so listen, I'm truly inspired by reading all the things that I read that Dr. Doueck gave me about his father-in-law, Charlie-Serouya. I hope that tonight we have given you an opportunity to learn about positive change and how to overcome some of the nisyonos, some of the problems that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has decided to give to us because we need it in order to grow. I really hope that we can understand the pasuk which says Vayar twice. Don't just sit there and moan. Go out there and do something about it. And I'm really thank you to Dr. Doueck for coming in tonight and talking about his father-in-law, Mr. Serouya. And as Dr. Shem, his neshama should have an aliyah.
Amen.
And his light should never go out. The light of his neshama should continue for doros, and more doros as we go along. And I just wanted to say the last thing. Next week we're going to be speaking about internet filters and all the different technology, the filters that you can use in order to be able to put Gedorim in place for your children. And I've got 1 minute left. Okay. And as the Sefer is coming up this weekend, that we should know, again, these people who have gone out there to do their Sefer are trying to help us to understand that there's a danger. They don't always know the right answers, but they're doing their best to make sure that we understand, put Gedorim in place. That's the most important thing. And I just wanted to say good night from me, Dov Rabinowitz, and good night from Dr. Doueck.
Good night.
And good night from Nissim, who without him we wouldn't be here, because it's Radio Hidabroot 97.5. You should be listening to it because it's out there to help everybody they possibly can. This is Dov Rabinowitz saying good night. Cheerio. This is your host, Dov Rabinowitz, from the new Teen in Risk, Everyone Else at Risk show. Join me live this Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Call me live, 718-683-5858, or text me, 347-927-8398, the radio station that gives you a voice.
Radio Hidabroot is now on your phone. Call in to listen live, 712-432-4217.